Tow truck driver killed, 7 other people wounded in Chicago shootings. A tow truck driver was killed and 7 other people were wounded in shootings in Chicago from Wednesday afternoon to early Thursday, including a man shot by an assault-style rifle on the South Side, according to police. The fatal attack happened on the South Side about 8:35 p.m. in the 8800 block of South Houston Avenue in the South Chicago neighborhood. A 32-year-old man was driving a 2006 Chevrolet tow truck on Houston when someone opened fire, wounding him several times in the abdomen, police said. He drove to the 9100 block of South Chicago Avenue and crashed into a fence, police said. He was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital and pronounced dead about an hour later. Rifle shooting in back of the yards. A 31-year-old man was shot by an assault-style rifle in the back of the yards neighborhood while riding an ATV in the 1400 block of West 49th Street about 6:25 p.m., police said. The gunman fired from another vehicle and hit the man in the back, police said. The man made it to the 4800 block of South Racine Avenue, where paramedics helped him. He was taken to Strager Hospital and his condition had stabilized. Officers scoured the scene, placing half a dozen yellow evidence markers near the base of an elevated train track and roping off 2 blocks with crimson crime scene tape. Investigators went into a home where 2 surveillance cameras were mounted outside in hopes of obtaining video. A woman who recently moved from South Carolina to Chicago said she saw the shooting. She watched through the window of her 3-story home as 2 men in a truck pulled alongside the man and opened fire with armas largas, long guns. She was taken aback by the violence as she stood by her 11-year-old daughter Brittany. It's even worse because this is the first time we've seen anything since we moved here, Brittany said, translating for her mother. Police there confirmed the shooting was carried out with an assault-style rifle. The shooting occurred in a residential neighborhood filled with children riding their bikes and neighbors who were fixing their cars to the sound of Tejano music. Neighbors say it's normal to hear gunshots in the area, which is marked by murals that reads, Mothers for Peace at 49th and Throop Street, and another paying tribute to fallen police officers closer to the scene at 49th and Loomis Street. Woman wounded in South Austin. An 18-year-old woman was shot in the leg on the west side while standing outside in the 5000 block of West Adams Street around 11:05 p.m., police said. A group of people peered through a window of the ambulance that took the teen in good condition to Mount Sinai Hospital. One woman yelled into a phone while walking in circles. Down the street, a woman and her daughter watched from the porch of their 2-flat. They said they heard 10 to 12 gunshots. They were tipped to the commotion by their family dog, a 5-year-old Rottweiler, who began grunting short, deep barks before the shots rang out. Though violence in the area isn't uncommon, the block was once spared from shootings because of the older residents, the women said. As shootings have increased, the family has begun to recognize the dog's warning signs. They used to not come over here, said the daughter, 20, who is studying at an out-of-state university. It was a sign of respect. But it's all transforming. Officers placed evidence markers in the middle of the street. The women said their neighbor's car had been damaged by the gunfire. Across the street, another neighbor's surveillance system repeatedly cautioned pedestrians, warning, "You have triggered the alarm system. Your movements are being recorded." Things started changing on the block about 2 years ago, the woman said, after a group of people who do not live there began hanging out on the street for hours. They are out here until 3 a.m., she said. They just hang out. I've had to run them away from shooting dice here. Other shootings. About 3:15 a.m. Thursday on the far south side, a 19-year-old man was shot and took himself to Franciscan St. Margaret Health in Hammond, where he was listed in good condition. He was shot in the buttocks in the 10,000 block of South Wentworth Avenue in the Fernwood neighborhood, police said. He was not cooperating with detectives, police said. About 11:10 p.m. Wednesday on the west side, a 22-year-old man was shot in the leg in the 4000 block of West Jackson Boulevard in West Garfield Park, police said. The victim was not cooperating with investigators, according to police. He was taken in good condition to Mount Sinai Hospital. About 9:20 p.m. on the west side, a 20-year-old man was shot in the ankles, knee, and foot, police said. He was in the 4100 block of West Cullerton Street in Lawndale when someone approached and opened fire. He was listed in good condition at Mount Sinai Hospital. About 5:20 p.m. on the south side, a 34-year-old man was shot in the 5300 block of South Cornell Avenue in the East Hyde Park neighborhood, police said. The victim had just gotten out of a vehicle when a gunman walked up and shot him in the side and arm, police said. He was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, where his condition had stabilized. Around 12:45 p.m. on the west side, a gunman confronted the 22-year-old man in the 700 block of North Lockwood Avenue in Austin and shot him in the foot, police said. The man was taken in good condition to West Suburban Medical Center in Oak Park.